Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Here today we're going to be starting a new franchise, as we did just finish out the Child Play, or as I like to call it, the Chucky franchise. That might just be a me thing. I just always call it the Chucky franchise rather than Child's Play. But we're going to start with the first Purge movie here within the franchise. This is a movie I grew to love when growing up. I actually really like this franchise a lot. This might be like top 3 or 4 for me, just because of the vibes of the movie. Maybe not 3 or 4. It'd probably be like top 5 or 6 if I had to take a guess off the top of my head. But the first Purge movie actually starts off really well. I really like what they did within this movie. I like the cast that they had with Ethan Hawke there as the dad. I'm really bad with actors' names, but the mom in that movie plays Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones, which I did not realize until after I watched Game of Thrones and then rewatched the Purge movies a few years back. I thought it was kind of cool, and it was kind of odd watching her in a role where I did not dislike her, because I really disliked her in Game of Thrones, and then she threw me for a loop here in the Purge movie, and I actually really liked her character within this movie. They have 2 kids, a son and daughter here. The daughter is dating a guy that her dad does not approve of, which we see later on in the movie when he tries to force his approval upon their father by holding up a gun to him, because Purge is legal for a set amount of time here within these movies. If you guys did not know how that works, it's quite an interesting take on a movie, allowing all crime to be illegal, even murder, um, for a night within the United States, and it kind of pans out pretty nice, I'd say, at least. But aside from that, there's just not a crazy amount to say about this movie. We see a group of people chasing one guy who they consider, I think they use the word peasant, if I'm not mistaken. Their son, Ethan Hawke's son, within this movie, ends up opening up their door because they have a huge security system that locks down the house. Because the character that Ethan Hawke plays designs those type of um security systems, which was super easy and nice for them throughout these movies. We see a group of people chasing down one guy, and then their son basically just allowed him into the house, and then he kind of vanished because he didn't trust anyone. And then because of this, they lock down the house, and this group just sits outside their house. They call in reinforcements, and eventually they do break into the house, to later find out that the neighbors come over and take them out after a long battle within the house. And then the neighbors actually did not care for this family whatsoever, which threw me for a twist right at the end. Really did not expect that, but the neighbors really did not like them, and they took advantage of the fact that their house was broken into, and they went to basically go and kill them. They end up succeeding to a certain extent, but they also fail at the same time. So a little unfortunate for the family. The one survivor that we really see a lot of is that black guy that came from the streets, who I grew to actually really like throughout the end of this movie into the next one, because he does have a major appearance within the next film or two. So I highly recommend this franchise, guys. It's a lot of fun to watch. Get your heartbeat going a little bit, because it's like this type of thing actually just does happen normally in certain neighborhoods in the United States. So it does kind of screw with your head a little bit, but not a whole lot. Other than that, guys, that's gonna wrap this video on up. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure to check out YouTube. I got my Amazon wishlist there. If you guys want to help me on out, I got like a bunch of cheap, cheesy movies out there if anyone wants to help out at all. Other than that, share, like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Share this around with your friends. And until next time, we'll see you.